Ain't there nobody
that can shoot this guy
so he don't bounce back.
so he doesn't bounce back.
Mad Frankie Fraser being serenaded by his girlfriend with Crazy Milkman. Why? Because he always comes round early doors, mate. That's why I call him the Milkman. Because you never hear him coming.
He does all his burglaries
Yeah.
really early.
Yeah.
He always bounces back.
Yeah. How come this guy's, what is he? No one got a bullet can shoot these guys. Welcome to episode 26, podcast 26 of Bloomin Legends. I'm Johnny Vaughan. This, of course, is Gavin the Woodman Woods.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Gav. 26, you know what that means, don't you?
What?
It's half a year, 6 months worth.
God, is it really?
Yeah, 6 months worth.
Isn't that
It means we
amazing?
sort of technically can't do all the sort of welcome to our new podcast.
That's right.
It
yeah,
was
it's
half a
not
year.
new
That's
anymore. That's right.
Well, no,
yeah.
but podcasts run and run, as we
Right.
hope this one does.
Yeah. But we're at the crawling stage at the very least.
We really are. Yeah.
Our life is still measured in weeks.
How long has Rogan been going for?
Oh, I don't know, years. Yeah.
Has he?
He was early. Yeah.
So he's been going years.
More than 10 years, I would
How long have news agents been going for?
I don't
How
know.
long has that been going
They're
for?
only a couple of years old.
Are they?
I think. Something like that.
What about Full Closer with James O'Brien? How long has that been?
I don't
How long
know.
has that been going?
I don't know. Stop comparing us to
I'm just
the
saying.
biggest
No,
podcast
but how long?
on earth.
How long? My psychologist goes. How long has that been going
I
for?
don't know.
It's been going quite a while. Though.
They've all been going ages. They're all
And
rich
do they
as
all
Croesus.
gradually grow?
I presume,
Do
yeah.
they discuss podcasts?
I
Is there a
don't-
podcast?
About podcasts?
No, that just discusses itself
There must be.
every week.
There must be.
Welcome to the podcast. On this podcast, we're going to discuss what we discussed last week
That's right,
on the
yeah.
podcast. So, no, my point is 26.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're out of nappies almost.
No, but what it means is if someone's joining us now, if you're joining us now,
Yes.
oh no, that doesn't work out.
Why?
Well, if they've joined us now and this is their first one, and so, for some reason they've leapt in on 26,
Yeah.
then you can start from one next week, and that'll take you through to Christmas.
Of course it will, yeah.
It takes you through beyond Christmas. We started after
Well,
Christmas.
unless you go running every day.
No, it's 6 months. That'll take you through right through the New Year, take you through to Valentine's Day,
Sure.
which is actually quite a convenient reference point because
What, Valentine's
we have
Day?
got a Valentine's Day massacre of a
Of a topic.
of a
yeah.
topic for you today. Because Gav, who is today's legend?
Today's Bloomin Legend, Johnny, is Legs Diamond,
Okay, Legs Diamond.
the gangster who wouldn't die.
Okay, it's the gangster.
It's not quite true.
Now, Gav,
Yes.
Legs Diamond, I know
Right.
from Boardwalk Empire, so I'm going to be very interested.
Oh, of course, yeah. I haven't seen that show. So is it just the Prohibition? It's Lucky Luciano
It's
and all those
it's about
guys.
Atlantic City,
Right.
and Steve Buscemi, who's kind of mixes politics with gangsterism in the
Right.
Prohibition era.
Yeah.
But Legs Diamond is about the most horrible character in it.
Is he?
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right.
no, vile.
I'm sure,
and
yeah, yeah.
psychotic and
Yeah.
But I'll be interested because I sort of lost interest with Boardwalk Empire after about 3 series or so. It
Right,
just got, I
right.
don't know, maybe that's it. But I can't remember how it all ended.
Well, the thing I've noticed about the 20s era gangsters
Yeah.
is it's actually the end of the Gangs of New York era, late
Yeah.
19th century.
And a film
the 5
I
points.
absolutely hate.
Right. And it's a cartoon of a movie.
it's
Yeah,
rubbish.
it's ridiculous. But they are the same gangs. His gang that he starts out in, the
Yes.
Hudson Dusters,
Yeah.
were formed in 1890.
Were they?
And they hung around at the 5 points.
Okay,
So
right.
it is a
No,
real thing.
I find the gangs in New York. It's like someone's read books
Right.
and tried to put fact on screen, and
Yeah.
you never let the facts get in the way of a good story.
No.
You can see that they sort of said, no, they would have done that. There was literally a character there who used to chop up meat while
Talk like a pirate.
and talk like a pirate while he cut up meat and tossed meat to people. But it's just
It's a bit much, wasn't
no.
it?
You look back and it's just terrible.
Yeah,
They're sort of
yeah.
living
It's
in
a
these-
cartoon. Yeah.
living almost like sort of cavemen.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's sort of really weird, the whole thing. And also, it's after a while, there's a point in that film
Yeah.
where you actually feel you need a shower. No, you know what I mean? It's just, it feels all sort of like, oh,
Everything's
God,
grubby,
it's
isn't it?
so grubby.
There's blood everywhere
Blood
and dirt and
dirty meat. and-
fires
Yeah.
and things.
It's
yeah.
the hygiene.
It
of
is
it.
the
It's
hygiene.
the
Yeah, yeah.
of it.
Hygiene anxiety.
Yeah,
is
no,
what you're
but I
suffering
don't
from.
normally get it in any film.
Right,
I don't
right,
get it in
right.
Game of Thrones or,
Well,
not
in
that
The
I watch that
Revenant,
either.
you have burdensome, heavy clothing anxiety.
No, funny enough, I get hygiene anxiety in that as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just like when people are so beaten up.
Cold and sweaty at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. Rained on and hot all the time.
I tell you where else I get that anxiety of just things that's like, which is in a really good film.
Yeah.
Which is Steve Buscemi, also in Boardwalk Empire,
Yeah.
in Fargo.
Right.
When his mouth's shot off. And he's got that sort
It's
of
horrible.
horrible sort of plaster. But I don't mind it in that film. So
No.
it's not...
Fargo's one of the best films ever made by miles. Anyway, Legs Diamond, a.k.a. Gentleman Jack as well.
All I'm saying, Gav, is I'll be interested to see how much Boardwalk Empire hugs reality.
Right, of course.
And what the real guy's like.
Well, he didn't live that long. It's quite an obvious story.
Okay, let's start then.
Yeah, so Jack Legs Diamond, born in the he was a Prohibition-era gangster known for his bootlegging empire, his Broadway lifestyle, and his uncanny ability to survive assassination attempts. There were loads, including being shot in the head and walking it off.
Right.
Absolutely amazing.
He just walked it off?
Yeah, he walked it off. Yeah, he ran liquor across New York and Pennsylvania. He partied with showgirls. He tangled with rival gangs and dodged multiple death assassination attempts until he was finally gunned down in 1931, just after beating a trial.
Right.
He was always beating trials.
It's really annoying because you sort of think, I wish you'd done it before.
Right.
Saved legal fees and stuff.
So born in 1898 in Philadelphia into a poor Irish family. From the start, really gritty life. From his teens, he was already in trouble. He was pickpocketing, thieving, and he was hustling on Philadelphia streets. But he wasn't just a thug. He had charm, he had a swagger and sharp looks, and most importantly, he could run like hell. This is one of the theories about his nickname. Yeah. He was a very quick runner. But also he could dance very well. Okay. Which I think is hilarious.
Right, so they called him Legs because
he could dance.
And run.
And
he had legs.
He had legs, yeah. And he knew how to use them.
But you
to quote ZZ Top.
Sometimes that's not a rule.
Right.
You have to have exceptional legs when someone calls you Legs.
Definitely.
Or none.
Or no legs.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Or very short legs.
In which case they call him Legs, and then as soon as you realise the guy's got no legs.
It's an irony, an ironic nickname.
Because he did, he...
Absolutely.
But gangster nicknames, for a long time, I was sort of quite obsessed with looking at documentaries about this era. You get some amazing sort of nicknames. This isn't just like Jimmy Two Times. Like
no, that's right, yeah.
But how amazing American nicknames are.
Just generally.
Compared to British gangsters.
Right.
Which always have names like sort of Razors.
Yeah, or something horrible.
Or Mad.
Absolutely,
like, Mad Frankie
Fraser. Axeman or something.
Like we had like Mad Frankie Fraser.
Right.
What's amazing about that is do you know where he got that nickname?
Where?
The British gangster. In Broadmoor.
In Broadmoor, they called him Mad.
Mad, yeah.
Wow.
But what's amazing about that, it's like Top Gun.
It really is,
for
nicknamed
for them
gangsters.
To pick you out in Broadmoor and say
he's mad.
He walked out of Broadmoor with the nickname Mad Frankie Fraser. I mean,
and also, what
did he do in there?
Gangsters help culture their nicknames by living up to them sometimes?
Yeah, he liked it. He thought it's
So
frightening.
he might have gone into Broadmoor and thought, we'll see who's mad in here. Yeah.
I once interviewed him on a chat show I used to have.
Yeah.
And I interviewed him and his missus, who was a cabaret singer.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day.
Right.
And it was a St. Valentine's Day show.
Yeah.
And I managed to engineer, the producers really, the idea of her signature tune was Patsy Cline's classic.
Stand By Your Man.
No, Patsy Cline classic, Crazy.
Oh, Crazy.
And on the show, I suddenly thought, wow, I've got Frankie Fraser being serenaded with Crazy.
What, Mad Frankie Fraser?
Mad Frankie Fraser being serenaded by his girlfriend with Crazy.
Crazy for you.
Yeah, right. Anyway, but with nicknames, Cav. So he's called Legs.
Yeah.
Which is because he's a great dancer. That's quite conventional. British nicknames, it's always like, and I once read a thing about an American gangster who was called Jimmy Car Rugs.
Car Rugs?
Car Rugs.
Why Car Rugs?
Right. Why
Car Rugs?
Kind of Jimmy always had a car rug.
That's terrifying.
He's kind of Jimmy Car Rugs.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
No, but did he kill someone with a car? Shoving a car rug down someone's throat?
Or he had a business selling carpeting for
No, he
cars.
always had it, but also for getting rid of buddies. He always had a car rug.
Car rug.
Hey, Jimmy Car Rugs.
He had them in his
They call him
boot.
Jimmy Car Rugs.
He had 3 rugs in his
he
boot
always
at
had a lot
all
of rugs.
times.
Hey,
yeah.
Jimmy, you got a rug back there? Yeah, I got a car rug. No, but I love
I
Jimmy
love
Car
that.
Rugs. So,
Yeah.
But they have these sort of nicknames like Mickey Eyes, and they have these
Right,
sort of
right.
great nicknames.
Yeah.
Pete No Nose, or 'cause he's
Yeah,
got a big
yeah,
nose,
yeah.
or in Goodfellas. But I was talking to someone about sort of gangster nicknames.
Yeah.
And I was just, this guy he was kind of connected. I was interviewing him for another show I was doing.
Yeah.
And I was asking about gangster nicknames. The subject cropped up. And I was saying, I mean, really, you want a gangster nickname that's really, like, the nicer the image of it, the more threatening it is somehow.
Oh, the more benign the
Yes,
nickname.
yeah.
The more scarier
So
it is.
he says, oh yeah, he says, I knew a frightening fucking debt collector who was called the nanny.
That is
and
terrifying.
Then, no, he said he was
terrifying.
called, and then his mate has gone, oh yeah, do you remember the babysitter?
The babysitter.
The babysitter. So we had this sort of real, I mean, like big laughs, and please do play this at home for the most awful name a gangster could possibly have.
The nicest nickname, meaning the scariest outcome.
And we've already had the nanny, the babysitter, also the midwife, which is a terrible name. Anyway, so months later he's called me up and he's really laughing.
Yeah.
And he says, I thought of it. I found out he's the best one.
What, for a gangster's
Yes,
nickname?
he
Go on.
knew a debt collector. Do you know what his nickname was?
What?
Mr. Tickle.
Comment below. Comment below in YouTube.
I'm just saying,
let
if you
us know.
can beat Mr. Tickle, please comment below. If you can beat
That's
Mr.
hilarious.
Tickle, that's where the bar's at. And thanks for that.
I've got a list of his fellow Hudson Dusters.
Go on,
That's
what do
the
they got?
gang he joined as a
What
youth.
What do they got?
Circular Jack,
Okay.
Kid York,
Yeah.
Goo Goo Knox.
Yeah.
That's Frank
Yeah.
Goo Goo Knox.
Frank Goo Goo Knox.
There was a guy just called Ding Dong.
Ding Dong. Hey, Ding Dong. How you doing?
There's another guy called Robert Rubber Shaw.
Okay.
Christ knows why.
Yeah.
Honey Stewart
Right.
and Brother Mac McNamara.
Okay. What I like about those is with the nickname of gangsters, you got Goo Goo's like a baby.
Right, yeah.
Goo Goo.
But did he always have like a lollipop in his mouth or
What
something?
I'm saying is always quite harmful.
Always,
In Britain,
yeah.
it's always things like razors.
Yeah.
Or, it's never...
Absolutely. So the family moves to New York in 1913. And in the 1910s, during that time, he found himself in Manhattan with a street gang called the Hudson Dusters.
Teenies, that's called.
The Hudson Dusters. Now, the Hudson Dusters...
Yeah.
We've just mentioned there that was his gang.
Yeah.
Ding Dong, Circular Jack, Kid York,
Yeah.
Goo Goo Knox. Their rival gangs at the time were the Fashion Plates,
Yeah.
the Pearl Buttons,
Yeah.
and the Marginals.
Right.
All amazing band names.
They're great band
They're
names.
such
They're
great
really
band
good
names.
yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
All football hooligan firms.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So
Marginals.
yeah, that's right. So the Hudson Dusters, that was his first street gang.
Right.
In February 1914, he does a bit of time for robbery. He breaks into a jewelry store. Then he gets deployed. He joins the army towards the end of World War One.
Well, that's when most Americans join.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And if they were there at the start, it's suspicious.
Yeah, right. And then he gets done for desertion. He's in jail for 2 years. He deserts in 1918. So he joins and deserts.
Yes.
while he's in prison,
I think you got drafted, though, didn't you?
I guess, they must have done. While he's in prison, he catches the eye of Arnold Rothstein, the famous mobster, big-time bookie and gambler, and he was also the ringleader of the fixing of the 1919 World Series
with the Chicago White
Sox.
Yeah, that's right.
Legs became his close protection.
Yeah.
So he's obviously pretty tough.
Yes.
So Arnold Rothstein apparently convinced 8 players from the Chicago White Sox to throw the game and get paid. He was a big player in the organised crime scene, and it's a useful contact for Legs his entire career. But this is where he meets the big players. He gets to know Charles Lucky Luciano.
Yes.
Oni the Killer Madden.
Right.
William Big Bill Dwyer.
Yeah.
And Thomas Fatty Walsh.
Okay. These are much more literal.
These are more literal, and we've already commented on the gangster names.
They lack
That's
the
right.
charm of Mr. Tickle.
They really do.
Or the nanny.
Or the nursemaid or something. The nanny. Yeah,
the nanny,
exactly.
the midwife.
God, God, it's terrifying.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's terrifying.
Even
yeah.
just the nurse,
They're just haunting you still.
the
aren't
shopkeeper,
they? The shopkeeper. Fantastic. You, Gav, you.
the postman. I mean, they're all terrifying. They're all terrifying.
I'll tell you why the postman, because he always fucking delivers, mate.
That's right. The carpenter.
Yeah? Do you know what I mean?
The
the chippy.
yeah.
No, honestly,
The plumber.
Gav,
Yeah.
it is the best drinking game.
It doesn't stop.
It's a
It
great
never
list.
ends.
It's a really
Yeah.
good listing game. It really is.
It never ends. So,
Yeah,
1920s, Prohibition hits. He's done his
The
time.
milkman.
The-
Why? Because he always comes round early doors, mate. That's why they call him the milkman. Because you never hear him coming.
he does all his burglaries really early.
Yeah, no, you never hear him coming.
Never
That's
hear
why
him
you never hear him
coming,
going.
yeah.
The milkman. Suddenly he's there. Suddenly he's on your doorstep. The milkman. No, I believe once you
I
start.
can't stop thinking
no,
about
no,
it.
you've got to.
I
You've
know,
got to
yeah,
get this. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
go on,
yeah.
tell us about this guy.
So Prohibition hits in the 1920s.
Okay.
And this is Legs' golden ticket. He travels to Europe to try and buy beer and narcotics.
Right.
But he doesn't get either of them. But he does get brown liquor,
Okay.
which he keeps in half full barrels. He gets
Yeah.
them imported. Because don't forget, the Hudson Dusters, his gang, they're basically on the docks on the Hudson River.
Right, right.
So it's to do with the Hudson River.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
to do with the docks.
I get it.
And so he would get these
Let's
barrels.
say the Hudson River is terrifyingly big.
It's massive. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like the Thames.
No, it's not. It's like a sea.
Actually, it's not like any rivers we've got here.
No.
American rivers.
They're massive.
It's crazy.
I know.
It's
The
crazy.
Mississippi's ridiculous.
it's
It is
just-
like a
it's-
sea.
It's just like they're just like really long lakes, brutal lakes, and then their lakes are as big as our seas,
Oceans.
as
Yeah,
big as
they're
our
insane.
oceans. It's
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah. So he would import the liquor in barrels which were half full,
Yeah.
which would then float.
Right.
And what he would do is the boat would just unload them into the water. He would pay kids a nickel a time
Yeah.
per barrel to retrieve them.
Like in Once Upon a Time in America.
Exactly, yeah.
And they also developed the salt corks, didn't they?
Did they? What was that? So they dissolve.
Yes.
And what happens? They come up to the surface.
They come up to the surface,
Right.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So he starts in his liquor trade, and he's selling it in his club in New York, which is called the Hatsy Tatsy Club.
Is that the Hatsy Tatsy? Has he got a club called the Hatsy Tatsy?
I can't get past this. I'm going to actually nominate it as a Bloomin Legend moment
Yeah, yeah.
because I've looked up the speakeasies in New York. It's the Cotton Club, Chumley's, the Back Room, the Stork Club.
How's Chumley spelt?
It's not Cholmondeley. No. It's just it's phonetic.
They really lack
it's just
the wit for
Chumley's.
that, yeah.
But those are kind of normal club names.
Yeah.
His name is literally from a gangster cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
The Hatsy Tatsy Club.
Hey, you come down the Hatsy Tatsy.
They're asking to be raided.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
The Hatsy
I
Tatsy
forgot.
Club.
I know these guys.
This obviously brought him regular trouble.
Yeah.
The club was shut down regularly. It gets finally shut down
But hang on, wait a
after
second.
he shoots
Yeah.
3 drunken brawlers one night,
Does
and
he?
all the witnesses mysteriously disappear. No one
Right.
comes forward to say anything.
The thing is that when they brought Prohibition in, which a lot of people say the reason they brought Prohibition is after the Civil War,
Yeah,
because of the horrors of the Civil War.
right.
They had a nation that really turned
To drink.
to drink.
Right, that makes sense.
And
Yeah.
so after the First World War, Prohibition starts 1919, is because they didn't want all these guys that have served, plus all these people that have lost people,
Yes.
drinking away their sorrows and
Right.
turning into the men of society, turning into an
Yeah.
alcoholic nation.
Right.
So they were really frightened of it.
Sure.
So loads of people still drank. It was like, imagine suddenly they just made there's no parallel because drinking was as much part of their society, in fact,
course.
more
Of
so
any, yeah,
an
yeah.
English society. So
Yeah.
it really did, in quite a profound way, usher a new era of corruption into an already corrupt system. I mean,
Right.
already these gangsters
Yeah.
through politics in New York,
And Tammany
basically-
Hall in New York
yeah, yeah.
this is still the tail end of it.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
fully corrupt.
Yeah,
They're-
fully
they're-
corrupt.
Yeah, yeah.
But they've also grown up with these gangsters. You can't get voted in without the gangsters.
Right, yeah, yeah.
manipulating
Unions
you.
turn, yeah,
but
yeah,
now,
later on,
you
yeah.
also still need booze. So top people need booze. So everyone in
Everyone
that way
drank,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
equivalent of everyone now having a problem with drugs and having to have,
Yeah.
right.
Secret
Yeah,
places.
it's a sort of parallel, but these are, go on.
Absolutely. So in the 20s, he is shot and survived more times than is likely. And
Right.
this is kind of his Bloomin Legend moment. He's shot so many times and survived to tell the tale. In 1924, he's shot by 2 shotguns whilst trying to hijack some liquor trucks.
2.
With the running boards down the
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally out of a cartoon.
Yeah.
He survived being shot by 2 guys with shotguns.
Well, the cartoons were made about.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's so caricatured, isn't it?
Also, running boards.
Yes.
Why did cars need them then?
Well, everything on cars in the early days of cars
It was like carriages.
came from carriages.
Okay, got
and
you.
footmen stood on a board of a carriage, didn't they, on the side? But I don't remember carriages like a barouche landau. They didn't have running boards all the way.
A barouche.
A barouche.
No, they didn't have running boards.
No, they didn't, but they had sort of steps at the back,
Now,
didn't
why
they?
do they have that running board? Maybe they didn't have because they didn't have pavement, so it was stepping off to get somewhere.
It might
or there
have
was a
been
muddy
that.
gap
Yes,
there.
It could have been that because only rich people
Yeah.
had them, so they had to stay out of the mud.
You're
That's
right.
probably what
That's
it was.
probably what it was. But also great for standing on the side of while just machine gunning people at
Yeah,
speed.
well,
Really,
4 men
really
with
handy,
Tommy
yeah,
guns.
really handy,
It's like
really
it's
handy,
like an armored vehicle.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
If you can hijack any truck, what are you hijacking?
Ooh, a guitar truck.
A guitar truck.
Are they
That's
guitar
pretty good.
trucks?
I know someone who robbed a truck,
Right.
and they thought they'd been told on good advice
Yeah.
that it was full of whiskey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, it wasn't.
What
They
was
got
it?
the truck back to their small warehouse.
Yeah.
It wasn't an articulated lorry. It was just a standard.
A single truck.
Yeah, just a truck,
normal
like
truck,
a lorry. The
7.5
classic lorry.
ton.
Yeah. They opened it up, and it was full of bananas.
No.
Yes.
Which is a nightmare.
Which they called the Great Banana Blag. And
How do you deal
I don't know.
with
They
that?
thought it's full of whiskey and everything like that, but it wasn't. They got the wrong
got
truck. They
perishable
got the wrong truck. They
goods
got perishable
instead.
goods. So in their flat, which was in Birmingham,
Yeah.
they just had everywhere round the flat, and they'd shut the curtains because they heard. So it was just this dark flat. They didn't want to turn any lights on because they heard that'll turn your bananas, and they had everywhere in this flat was just bananas. And they said, basically, they just have people coming round, smoking pot and just eating bananas for about. They wouldn't. But the thing is, they were Greek, so they go off. No.
This needs to be in a movie.
No,
That's
no,
just
but for the
amazing.
Great Banana Blag, what was amazing about it is that every shop locally
Yeah.
in Birmingham
Had loads of-
also have bananas.
'Cause they were super cheap.
People were laughing. People were sort of going into pubs, and the pubs sort of had pies, but they also had bananas.
That's
they'd done deals with everyone.
That's
to
amazing.
get bananas. Yeah.
So in 1927, Legs is present when Jacob Organ is killed. The pair were approached by 2 gunmen who shot and killed Jacob. Legs was shot twice under the heart, and again he didn't die. He was
This is separate from the shot, the double shot.
Yes, this is the second incident. He's taken to hospital to recover. The police visit him in hospital, but he ain't given up any names.
Yeah.
The doctors were baffled. Police were annoyed, and the press loved it. He became
Doctors baffled.
Yeah, he became the gangster who couldn't be killed. Don't forget, the press used to tell these stories in real time.
Yeah.
It was
They
entertainment.
loved the story.
Yeah, they loved it.
So it was like real life box sets.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
It was like Boardwalk Empire, wasn't it?
Yeah, but no, our appetite. Or Narcos or any of
Right,
these-
and Netflix.
But everything you're saying, all I can imagine are those spinning headlines.
Definitely.
Doctors baffled. What was the next one?
Leg
you said?
survives again, you know.
What was the next one you said?
The doctors were baffled.
Yeah.
Police were annoyed.
Police annoyed.
And the press loved it.
Press love it. Yeah, right.
And he became the gangster that couldn't be killed.
Okay.
They did the same with John Gotti. He became the Teflon Don.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nickname and it's a story.
The trouble is for the Teflon Don.
Yeah.
And for this guy.
Yeah.
Is they know that it will be proved wrong.
That's right.
You can't
Ultimately.
You can't have that.
Ultimately,
as
yes.
soon as they go, hey, I'm a guy they can't kill.
I know.
This is it.
Well, it reminds me of, this is an actual quote from Dutch Schultz.
Yes.
Dutch Schultz supposedly said,
Dutch.
"Ain't there nobody that can shoot this guy so he doesn't bounce back?
Ain't there nobody
That can shoot this guy
so he don't bounce back.
so he doesn't bounce back."
Ain't there nobody that can shoot this guy so he don't bounce back. What I love about that, Gavin, there's so many negatives in there. I'm
I
not
know,
sure- I'm not
I
actually
know.
sure. Ain't there nobody? Oh, that's a double negative.
He's trying to say, is there someone that can shoot this guy and he dies?
Will someone kill him?
Yeah, right. That's what it is. Will someone rid me of this
Will
meddlesome
someone
priest?
kill him?
So this is a Bloomin Legend moment because he actually, well, check this out. In 1930, he's staying in the Hotel Monticello when 2 men force their way into his room and shoot him 5 times whilst he's in his pajamas.
No.
He's found in the hotel hallway, and when he's questioned by the police, he told them he'd been shot in the room, he drank 2 shots of whiskey, and he walked out of that room. the final time, and this is his 5th time now.
It says 5th Bloomin Legendary
This
moment.
is his
Wow,
5th
he's
Bloomin
cocking it up,
Legendary
isn't he?
moment. He was 1931. He's just been released from prison on a 25 grand bail,
Yeah.
and he's shot twice while having dinner.
Wow.
Apparently, he said to the surgeon when he got to the hospital, "They haven't made a bullet for me yet."
Jeez.
That's 11 bullets he's
11
taken
bullets.
and 5 attempts on his life.
In other things, you just get someone like with an unlucky bullet that
Right,
ricochets.
exactly.
You know? I was watching
Yeah, yeah.
Legends of the Fall the other day.
Right.
There's someone in the car, just a lucky ricochet. I mean, unlucky ricochet. Boom.
Well,
this guy's...
as we've said as well, Johnny, in some of these older stories,
Yeah.
you can graze your ankle
Yeah, right.
and just die.
And die, yeah.
And just die.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. So 1930-31, he's now fresh out of the hospital. He celebrates not being dead again by partying harder than ever.
Yeah.
He lived in hotels. He threw wild parties. He danced with chorus girls every night. He was married, but he danced with chorus girls every night.
What is that? He's entitled. He's a good dancer. He's
His
called
legs.
Legs.
His
So
legs
presumably he
diamond.
said that to his missus. What can I do? I'm Legs Diamond. I'm meant to dance.
But the other thing that's just occurred to me, if you were a rival gangster, wouldn't you just shoot him in the legs
Yes.
to ruin his nickname?
I don't know.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, you just, yeah.
So he's continued to run booze, he's extorting people, he's picking fights with rival mobsters because he thought no one could touch him.
Yeah.
In 31,
Well, no, I've got to tell you, Gav.
no, he's right.
He's right.
No one has touched him.
Nobody gonna not shoot
Ain't nobody
this guy.
got-
Ain't nobody
gotta
don't
shoot this
gotta,
guy
ain't
so
nobody
he
don't
doesn't
gotta
bounce
shoot
back.
these guys.
And he always bounces back.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
How come this guy's what is he? No one got a bullet can shoot these guys.
Anyway, in 31, Legs travels to England from New York.
Right.
And he's told he'll be arrested if he steps foot on English soil. From here, so he sails to France.
Why is he going to be arrested in England?
Because there's an agreement between America and England
Is
for
there?
criminals.
Well,
Yeah,
what's he
by
done?
then.
Okay, well, why can't they arrest him in America?
Well, this is the interesting thing.
Okay.
Because he keeps getting off. I think he's
yeah.
bribing people,
Okay,
isn't he?
okay,
You know, he's
okay.
connected.
Yeah.
So he goes to France where he gets arrested again.
Yeah.
He then convinces them to leave him alone. I think a lot of people are arresting him and just getting him away from there.
Okay.
So there's someone
But
else's problem.
isn't going to England then? If he goes to England, like booze is legal, isn't that kind of like?
Well,
English,
that's how all
isn't that kind of
prohibition
English,
works.
English potheads just going to Amsterdam, you know?
It's exactly.
It's exactly that's
what happened.
exactly the same thing, right?
Joe Kennedy, John Kennedy's father,
Yeah.
was a booze runner.
Yeah.
He got his whiskey from Scotland, I think. You know, it's just.
But you come to Britain, it's fine. It's
Exactly.
all right. You can buy booze.
That's
it's not
right.
a big problem here.
That's
Well,
right.
it is a big problem.
Yeah.
But there we go.
So he goes to France where he's arrested again. He convinces them to just let him leave the country and he
Yeah.
goes to Antwerp where the police arrest him again.
Okay.
Once again, he's.
Why are they arresting him everywhere?
Because he's known. He's a known
known.
gangster.
Okay, he's a known gangster.
Once and prohibition as well. So once again, he's managed to sweep.
Yeah, but he's done nothing. My point is, he's done nothing wrong in those countries.
No, I know, but I presume America would consider selling booze to an American is probably a not allowed. Like there's
Okay.
a duty, customs, or there'll
Okay,
be rules
Gav,
against that.
listen.
Who knows?
If you're on podcast 26,
Sure,
then you don't mind a bit of lazy research.
absolutely.
You know, they don't care.
Absolutely.
They don't- let's just say they knew he was a criminal. He had
They knew he was a
ties,
crook. He was
criminal, had ties.
famous.
He's a crook.
He's famous in the papers.
He's a criminal.
Exactly.
That's why, John, because he's a criminal.
So he gets the Belgians to let him go, and he goes to Germany. He arrives in Germany. The German police aren't having it. They arrest him. They drive him to Hamburg and deport him straight to Philadelphia.
Well, that's just like Escobar's wife and child.
It's
wasn't
exactly the
Exactly
same.
the same.
No
Germans-
one wants this problem.
it? Yeah, they don't want him there.
They don't want the problem.
Yeah.
He's annoying everyone.
Yeah.
But that is pretty legendary as well. We're going to have this as a Bloomin Legend moment. He is so bad that everyone's arresting him.
Yeah, right.
Every country on
No,
earth.
he's been arrested now in 6 countries.
In 6 countries.
Yeah.
Amazing. So he goes back to Philadelphia and he's immediately arrested.
Yeah.
After years of evading, he's tried for bootlegging, finally.
Okay.
He beats the case.
Right.
Likely through witness tampering, intimidation, and good old-fashioned bribery.
Well, presumably he's supplying booze to whoever's in charge of Philadelphia.
Well, also, Philadelphia, the Philadelphia court, apparently, they also said, look, if you just go away,
Yeah.
well, we won't imprison you.
Right.
In 1931, he walks out of the courtroom a free man, grinning like a man dodging fate.
Right.
Again. December 1931, they do finally get him. He walks out of the courtroom in Philadelphia
Yes.
on December 17th.
Right.
On December 18th, the next day,
Yeah.
he gets shot again. And this is where it ends. He spends the night getting really drunk and celebrating the fact he's been let off from his charges.
Okay.
Whilst drunk in the early hours, he goes back to his room, and an hour later, gunmen burst in and shoot him multiple times.
Right.
In the back of the head.
Okay.
Whilst he was passed out
Don't
drunk
tell me.
on the bed.
Survives.
He lived on for another... No.
No.
No, they killed him. But he'd been dancing through danger, dodging bullets, and defying death for years.
Yeah.
He was found in silk pajamas,
Okay.
bleeding into his mattress. It's pretty gangster death
Yes,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
No one was ever charged, and
Yeah.
this is why there are theories. There are two theories. A local politician called Dan O'Connell
Yeah.
arranged for his
Dan O'Connell.
arranged for his cops to just go and kill him.
Yeah, that's how
Because
you
cops
got it.
worked as
Yeah,
assassins
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
If,
Oh,
if
gotcha.
they were in with gangsters,
Still
and
do,
all,
Gav.
yeah. Or it was just a rival gang.
I tell you where they still do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Provincial England.
Do you think so?
Oh, out in the sticks. Seriously.
Bored local
Oh
coppers.
yeah, bored local constabularies.
Taking people off-
Hitmen.
taking
Hitmen.
people off
all
the
of
list.
Them. All of them. Bootlegging.
Bootlegging
Seriously,
hitmen.
absolutely right. Yeah.
Is that why they've all got Mercedes?
Yeah,
and-
that's exactly
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Gavin.
it's really
It's like
nice.
they'll do wedding hire.
They've
Of
got 2 jet skis
they've all got
and,
big cream Rolls Royces you can hire for local weddings. All police.
and a pair of jet skis in the
Yeah,
garage.
I've all got jet skis and swimming pools. Everyone. God, seriously.
Either way, mob justice spoke in the end.
Yes.
And he wasn't immortal.
Okay.
But my God, he gave him a run for his money.
So let's just go through his legendary moments.
Yes.
Okay, he's got.
In 24, he survives 2 men with 2 shotguns
Okay.
who shot him while he was trying to hijack a liquor truck.
Yeah.
In 1927, he's shot twice under the heart.
Right.
And goes to hospital.
Wow.
Police visit him. He won't give up names.
Okay. Next shooting.
1930, he's staying in the Hotel Monticello. He is shot 5 times.
Wow.
Again, in his pajamas.
Yeah.
Found in the hallway, he drinks 2 shots of whiskey and walks out of there.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know why. I was just reminded then of that Woody. Yeah, they shot him in the pajamas. What he couldn't sleep.
They shot him in the eyes.
Yeah.
He was blinded.
He was blinded. The Woody Allen line. Yeah, I
it's
love that.
So funny.
Yeah.
And the final time is in 31. He's just been released from prison. He's shot twice while having dinner.
Right.
In total, it's 4 assassination individual attempts,
Yeah.
but multiple bullets, 11 bullets.
Yes.
And he survives them all.
So there's
the
4.
5th is the one that kills him.
Okay, the 5th is the
Yeah,
one.
yeah, the
For 5th time unlucky.
5th time unlucky for
But he
legs.
survived 4 shootings.
4 separate ones, including 2 shotgun blasts.
Yes.
Multiple bullets 2 bullets under the heart.
Yes.
Then he's hit 5 times in his pajamas.
Yes.
And then shot again twice while
Yes.
having dinner.
I don't know why. Why is it a guy shot in his pajamas just feels more ruthless? Doesn't it?
Well, especially if they're silk.
No, he was killed in pajamas. He died in pajamas.
He was, yeah.
And I just do think there's no honour in that.
No.
It really isn't. You wait to a guy that's so vulnerable. That's not even.
Well, he was passed out.
Yeah, he's passed. He's in
and
bed.
they shot him in the head.
No, but
they probably
shame on you.
Johnny, they probably spiked his drink.
Yeah, of course.
Before he went to
yeah,
his
or
room.
he's just drunk, Gav.
Yeah.
Remember, it was the day after he just got. So
Yeah.
the guy has just got off a big. I'm not saying he's a nice guy.
No, of course not. No.
But come on.
He was legless, yeah.
But mind you, a lot of people say it was a happy day. He just got off. He had a big day. He had a big drink up. Been with some girls, some dancers.
Yeah.
And he was in silk pajamas in bed. It's what he would have wanted. It's how he would have wanted to go.
I guess.
But for me,
I guess, yeah.
there's no honour in that. Anyway,
No.
Legs Diamond.
Bloomin Legend.
Bloomin Legend, we salute you.